So, guys, I am out here in the winter wonderland. We got hit with snow, and another object lesson came to my mind. Had to shovel out my garage. Not garage, but my driveway. Or I should say, yeah, my garage. But nevertheless, in any case, I was thinking about snow, and there's a few things over the years that has come to my mind about snow, just reflecting on the ordinary things and just letting God speak. And I learned some things, and one thing that I learned about snow that I didn't know was how it gets its color, and where the inspiration came from me to look that up. I mean, this might be common knowledge to other people, but I just like being a nerd of little nuggets. But I was actually thinking about the hymn Whiter Than Snow. It's cold out here. But the hymn Whiter Than Snow that is inspired by Psalms 51. When David says, wash me and make me whiter than snow. First he says, cleanse me. He said, purge me with hyssop and I shall be clean. Wash me and I shall be whiter than snow. So that line caught me, whiter than snow. And I'm just like, well, snow is white. So I'm just like, what inspired David to say that? And then also, like, what inspired the hymn as far as the person that wrote the hymn? His name is James Nicholas. And to include that, and I just looked up how snow gets its color, and snow is actually translucent, which most people probably know. Y'all probably knew this. Translucent, and which is different from transparent. Translucent means that you can see through, but you can't necessarily see like what's on the other side of something that's translucent, as opposed to transparent. You can see through and you can see what's on the other side. So when light reflects through something that's transparent, you see the light coming through and you see what's on the other side. And translucent, you can see the light coming through, but not necessarily what's on the other side. So think of like stained glass windows. You can see the light coming through, but you can't necessarily see what's clear on the other side. So I was like, that's cool. So also when light hits the ice crystals, which are translucent, like when it bounces off and reflects, all the colors of the spectrum are in that light that bounces off, and it gives the appearance of being white. So I was like, so David was actually on something when he said whiter than snow. Wash me and I shall be whiter than snow. That was good, because when Jesus washes us, we become, I dare to say, translucent, but we're on our way to becoming completely transparent. We become translucent when he washes us, when we allow him to wash us, because his light begins to shine through. You can't necessarily see all of who he is, but you see the light shining through. And it makes me think of that verse where Paul says we go from glory to glory, and now we see in part what we know in part. Like, we see in part, people can see in part. They may think like, oh, I see Jesus. And yes, they see Jesus, but it's still in part, because it's not me. Here we go. But all of him, we grow in him day by day, going from glory to glory. And somewhere else in Romans, I think it's Romans 5, it says from faith to faith, but you get what I'm saying, going from glory to glory, faith to faith, him being seen in part through us. So I definitely think, just, cogitating on that, how we go from transparent to translucent, like, because one day, like, when we see him face to face, and everything is changed in the twinkling of an eye, we're caught up in glory, and like we are completely changed, and we put on like that incorruptible. That will be the transparency. That's how I'm making it in my mind. And it's just such a blessing to just get that little thought out of what David said. Wash me and I shall be clean, and make me whiter than snow. And something else that came to my mind, I just thought about how snow can just be messy, really, really messy. And it can make things hard as well, like hard for travel, hard for just like walking, just anything. Like, but I also learned that the places where you have the most abundant snowfall is where you get the greatest fruit production. I found that out going to seminary at Andrews University, where it's considered the fruit belt of the country. I used to hate walking through snow at seminary. Just, it was just like, I would just be discouraged going to class. But I remember learning that they're just, just thinking about snow and doing my research about, what it can do for the earth. And I saw that you get the greatest production of fruit there, where you have the greatest snowfall. So, yeah. So, even though snow can be hard, it's good. It waters the earth and it replenishes it. And just remember that Jesus can make you clean. He can make you clean. Definitely make you clean. Yeah. Hope that encourages you.